Been a while since I've been in the studio. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm back at home. So, I've been out for about 40 days in Europe on tour with working for Whitechapel. They were supporting Lorna Shore over in Europe. It's an amazing time. Do a little bit of a recap about that at the end of the tour. At the end of the video. Mine's still in tour mode. But while I was there, I picked up a couple beers I just didn't get to review on the road. And this is one of them. I actually picked this beer up at the grocery store in the Düsseldorf Airport when I first landed. And I just never got around to reviewing it. I brought it home, and now I'm going to review it. So this is the Schlösser Alt. Hopefully I said that correctly. And on Untappd, it says it is a beer brewed by Radeberger Groupe from Frankfurt, Germany, in collaboration with Dortmunder Actien Brauerei out of Dortmund, Germany. However, Dortmunder is a subsidiary of Radeberger Groupe, so is it really a collaboration? I don't know. I had another beer, I forget what that beer was called, that was like brewed by 3 different breweries, but they were all owned by the same parent company. So I don't know if I'd really qualify that as a collaboration or not. I don't know. Maybe you can let me know down below if you would say it's a true collaboration. Anyway, on the bottle here, it doesn't say anything about either of those two breweries. So maybe Untappd is completely wrong. On the bottle, it says Brauerei Schlösser out of Düsseldorf. So that is totally different than what the Untappd was saying. So I would probably go with Brauerei Schlösser out of Düsseldorf as being the correct brewery, since that is what the bottle says. Can't trust Untappd anymore for anything. So this bottle, like I said, it's a Schlösser Alt. Here's a picture of here's the bottle here. It's kind of a big bottle. And on the bottle here, I don't know if I'll be able to read much of it since it is German. This is 4.8% alcohol. It's a half liter. There is a date code of some sort on it, and it says 0926. So maybe this is good until September 26th because it's just the 09 and 26. Alt beer. Zutaten, Wasser, Gersten malts, Weizen malts, Hopfen extract. So that's the ingredients. Maybe somebody will understand what I said. It does list the calories or energy on it as 40 kcals per 100 milliliters or 166 kilojoules per 100 milliliters. That's kind of cool that beers over there do that. It's vegan. And that's pretty much everything on the bottle here. Pretty cool bottle. Hopefully this beer is held up. Because like I said, I bought it when I first landed in Düsseldorf. Had it for a little while, rode around on the bus, then I flew it home. So we'll find out if it's still any good. I really hope it is. On Untappd, this gets a 3.16 with 27.7 thousand check-ins, and there was like almost no hiss whatsoever when I opened that. That's not good. On Beer Advocate, it received an 80 good with 76 check-ins. I can't talk. Maybe I shouldn't be doing beer reviews right now. It's the first beer of the night, and I already can't talk. See if I can get a decent pour on this. Had a little trouble pouring some beers on my road reviews. I also had a major knob-headed pour. You should definitely check that one out. That looks all right. Get a little bit more in there, see if I can get a better nose on it. You know, sometimes I wonder if my nose is just broken. I do have a lot of sinus problems, unfortunately. I'm just getting a little bit of like a malty smell to it. Almost like a sweet malt, like a creamy sweet malt smell. But there's nothing really strong or standing out with the nose. Color, that is a dark auburn color. I still cannot talk, which is kind of see-through. I can see the camera through it. There is a good amount of carbonation popping up from the bottom of the glass, which with the head, I'm kind of shocked at because there was no hiss or anything when I popped that cap open. And it's got about 2 fingers of nicotine stained kind of compact mousse-like head. This looks like a delicious beer. Find out if it held up well. Cheers, everybody. It's still crisp, easy to drink. It's got a somewhat like smooth malt character to it. It's malty, but the malt isn't strong, but it's got that like malt flavor to it. A little bit of sweet malt, but mostly just a rich, robust malt. However, the flavor isn't big and huge, but it is there. There's a hint of bitterness on the back end. Just some nondescript bitterness. And this is tasty. This is held up well. It's a really delicious beer. It's light, rich malts, but not strong or overpowering. A hair of little malt sweetness. And I don't know whether that sweetness is from all the travel and handling the beer went through, or if that's supposed to be in this beer. Either way, it's good. I enjoy it. I don't think it's an off flavor. Just a hair of nondescript bitterness on the back end. This is really tasty. I give this a big horns up. And that's probably going to be about the end of me talking about this beer. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to stick around for a few minutes, I'm going to talk about the tour a little bit. So like I said, I was out with Whitechapel supporting Lorna Shore. The openers were Shadow of Intent and Humanity's Last Breath. We were there for like 36 days. I think it was 24 shows. And then I stayed an extra 4 or 5 days in Helsinki. Massive shows, especially for that style of music. I mean, deathcore in ice halls and arenas and selling out. It was crazy. The tour was amazing. Really good time. If you haven't watched my channel, go back and check out some of the videos. I did quite a few backstage beer reviews. However, it was a busy tour and I had a lot of work to do. So I didn't get as much time as I would like to have to do beer reviews or backstage beer reviews or anything like that. I guess it really is always wishful thinking when I go to start a tour, I'm going to knock out all these beer reviews, and then I just get busy. Things happen, I don't have time for them. But the tour was a very successful tour. It was spectacular, really fun time, really good time. I did get to knock out a few beers, got to go to some cool places, got to see or try some cool and different beers, went to the 2112 bar in Gothenburg, that was awesome. Went to go check out the first bar that Iron Maiden ever performed in. Went and saw Ozzy's Home, went to the Black Sabbath bench, just a lot of cool things. But again, I was a busy time, didn't get a whole lot of beer reviews in. So that's just my little recap of the tour. I want to give a big shout out to Whitechapel for taking me out there once again. Really appreciate you guys always taking me on the road. Shout out to Lorna Shore for having us all. And shout out to Shadow of Intent and Humanity's Last Breath for being so easy to tour with, so easy to work with. Such nice people. Really appreciate it. So cheers to everybody that was out there on the tour. And cheers to all of you watching my videos. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. And as always, embrace the adventure.